Aloha. I just wanted to share, I don't know why this popped up, but this is Bernie Sanders' Portland rally with a crowd of 20,000 people. I guess this was a week ago. So I keep an outside eye on what's going on. And they keep pumping up Trump and all this and the Hillary story. I like watching their little moves like this. So they're building up Bernie Sanders a lot right now. And I wanted to just add my little perspective as he talks in the background to see kind of like a different sideways version of what he's saying. Just give another perspective of what's being sold out there. So without further ado, here's Bernie Sanders, Portland rally, crowd of 20,000 people talking about morality and stuff. We'll see about that.
And we are going to inject the issue of morality into politics today.
Show me, Bernie. Let's talk about morality. Let's do this.
There is something profoundly wrong when the top 0.1% owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%.
True. Very old.
There is something profoundly wrong when over 50% of new income generated today goes to the top 1%.
Old news, Bernie.
There is something profoundly wrong when in recent years we have seen a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires, yet the average American is working longer hours for lower wages, and we have, shamefully, the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth. That has got to change. That will change.
Bernie Sanders is going to change it. Okay. He said he's going to change that. Let's see what else he's talking about. Morality.
This campaign is sending a message to the billionaire class. Yes, we have the guts to take you on.
See? They're setting it up. Trying to say, these are the teams. But what isn't being said? Things have to be sold with applause and strategically placed people in the crowds, in the background, so you can see stuff, what they represent. You see tie-dye.
Our message.
Where you see, yeah.
Our message is to the billionaire class: you are not going to continue to get huge tax breaks when children in America go hungry.
Yeah. All right. Get people riled up about stuff. This is what you want to get riled up about.
You are not going to continue shutting down factories in America, sending out jobs abroad when millions of Americans are in desperate need of good-paying jobs.
That's the key. They want people working, jobs. That's the focus.
You are a cog. Continue to hide your billions in profit in the Cayman Islands.
You are a slave. You need to be working. And this man is supposed to be bringing in more work for you. Right, K3nya? Yeah. You talking about the helicopter outside? Yeah, I heard it.
The greed of the billionaire class in corporate America is destroying this country. Enough is enough. It's going to end.
So he's saying this is where the line is, and he's going to do something different. All right.
But when we talk about the economy, it is not only the grotesque level of income and wealth inequality. It is the tragic reality that in this great country, the middle class, once the envy of the entire world, has been disappearing for the last 40 years.
That helicopter can't hear you, can you?
Despite exploding technology and increased worker productivity,
Exploding
median
technology.
family income today is almost $5,000 less than in 1999.
What is going on outside? Oh, the camera can hear
In
all
my
this
state of Vermont and
helicopters
here in
outside,
Oregon,
but
it is
that's how
not
it is.
unusual to
that's
see
another thing I
people
wanted to talk about.
not just working one job,
Was what
working
that does
two
to the
jobs,
mind of people.
working 3 jobs, trying to cobble together some income and some health care. That is not what the American economy should be.
Okay, so he's saying that economy. This is slow. Yeah, he's just whistling, right? This is
We need
drawing
an
you
economy
on, like
that
sucking
works
you
for
in.
working people,
Kenny
not
don't tell you
just
about what it is.
billionaires.
Kenya got more information about this video than Bernie Sanders.
Let me tell you something
I'm gonna let Kenya
that
tell you.
is
Why?
often
She'll
not
tell you.
discussed. Every month, government comes out with a statistic
What
on
else,
unemployment.
Kenya?
Last statistic said that
Statistics.
official unemployment was
Who's giving these
5.3%.
statistics?
But
Who
what
told
they
you to
forgot
wear them
tell
skinny
is
jeans?
that statistic did not include
Who told
those
you to
people
cut
who
your
have given up
hair?
looking for work, those
Who told you
people
to
are
put that
working
makeup
part-time,
on?
and
All
all
this
together,
these are the
real
same people. I don't give a
unemployment
shit
is over 10%.
what they say. They want you to work. They
And
want
let
you
me
to
tell
shut your mouth.
something that almost
content
nobody talks
with
about.
almost nothing.
And that is, we have a huge
And work.
and tragic
Right, Kenya?
situation regarding youth unemployment in America.
Work. Get back to work. Don't worry about
Last
people
month,
dying on the streets.
I asked the Economic
Just work.
Policy Institute to do a study to find out what real youth unemployment and underemployment was in America. And this is what they came up with.
What they
For
come up
kids
with?
who are high school graduates between 17 and 20, if you're white, real unemployment, 33%.
What's up, Kenya?
If you are Hispanic,
33.
real unemployment, 36%.
9.
If you are African American, real unemployment for those kids, 51%.
6.
We cannot
This is
turn
energy.
our backs on an entire
Kenya then.
generation of young people.
Young people need to be working. We need to get people working. And Trump is just the other one. He's just the other extreme to tell you how jacked up everything is. Oh yeah. Just like
And
the
if
worst of the
anybody
worst.
thinks
And this is the best of the worst.
outrageously
Just as
high
long as the
unemployment
system don't
numbers for our
change
young
for shit.
people
They just want to
are
keep the
not
same story
connected
playing in the
with the fact
keep all these
that
people
we
in
have
the
more
background
people
telling
in
you
jail
this is
than
how
any
you
other
look. This is
country,
what you look
you
like.
would be sorely mistaken.
This is what the future looks like.
So my view,
Kenya, talking to that
is
helicopter.
that instead of investing
What
in
the
jails
hell is
and
going
incarceration, what about jobs and education for the young people? I do not want the United States to continue to have the distinction of having more people in jail, more lives ruined than any other country. I want our country to have the distinction of having the best educated population on earth. And when we talk about the economy, let us be very clear. Millions of our fellow Americans are working at wages that are much, much too low. People should not, in this country, have to work 50 or 60 hours a week in order to survive.
I walk outside and go look at all them helicopters flying outside. He's still talking about working. There are no
The federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour is a
changes
starvation
that
wage.
these people have
It
for
is
this
not to be
system.
raised to a
This is
living
just
wage.
straight Straight up, same old song. These helicopters will still be flying
I
outside.
applaud those cities, Seattle,
No matter who they put up
Angeles,
there.
and others who have raised the minimum wage to $15 an
Minimum
hour.
wage. That's all you are. You are a minimum asset. They will strike you down and steal your liver.
And that is exactly what we will do at the federal level. $15 for all
I
Americans.
ain't never seen. This is crazy. $15 for all Americans. All you slaves get $15.
Brothers and sisters, it is not a radical idea to say that in this country, if somebody works 40 hours a week, that person should not be living in poverty.
Wording. They get you with this wording. And then clapping and all this other stuff. You make your own reality based upon what they
And
sell.
when we talk about decent and fair wages, there is another injustice that we must address. And men, talking to the guys now, stand with the women and demand pay equity for women workers.
These helicopters are so low, I can hear the
There
blades.
is no defensible reason why women are making 78 cents on the dollar compared to men. That has got to change. Now, I know that many of you have heard my Republican colleagues talk about
Colleagues.
family values.
Colleagues.
That's
Here
right.
they go. They are colleagues. So it don't matter what he
just
says.
love
These
them.
Republicans are colleagues. He can talk down about whoever, but at
But
the end
you
of the
and I
day, these are the
know
same ass people.
What they mean by family
K3nya.
values. What they
Same
mean is that women in this country
So they have to
should
sell
not be
this. They
able
gotta
to
put all this
control
money. What Trump
bodies,
says when
and
he
I
goes out,
disagree.
he's saying, what's the problem with everything? And he says money. He says, I can fix everything with money. And this man says, Bernie Sanders, he
What they
says, I can
mean
fix
is that
everything
women
with
are not
passion
smart
and a
enough
limited
to be able to
vision.
purchase the contraceptives
Although he means well.
they need. I disagree.
Although he means well, these limitations are very orchestrated and very on purpose.
And what
And
they
delivered
also
in
mean
very
when they talk about
specific
their family
ways.
values is that our gay brothers and sisters should not be able to marry or enjoy all of the benefits of citizenship. I disagree.
Agendas. They tell you what's important, what should be spoken about, what should be looked at. They don't say nothing about the prison industrial complex, nothing about the military industrial complex, nothing about the university, the education system, the university industrial complex, nothing about all of the
I have
pre-Columbian
4 kids,
era history and
7
information.
beautiful grandchildren. My wife Jane and I have been married for 27 years. We believe in family.
Marriage, reproduction.
But our view of family values is just a little bit different.
Nothing about
Then
all
the
these
Republicans
corporations
do.
and the water.
In my view,
Kenya's saying
when
more
we
of this
talk
video
about
than
family
anything else.
values, we must end the
It's
international
got everything, Kenya.
embarrassment
This is a
of
jam-packed
the United
video.
States of
It's
America
helicopters.
being the only
There's
major country on earth
singing from
that
an
does
African
not
great parrot.
guarantee workers
There's
paid
Bernie Sanders
medical
talking
and
about
family
politics.
leave.
Yeah, I know. Got a little commentary going on. Action packed. and clapping and all that stuff too. Look at that. This dude. It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't
let
matter
me
what
tell
Bernie
you
Sanders says.
what that family
Everything that
value
he represents is
really
built in
means.
within a
Today,
limitation system, a system of
here in
limitation.
Oregon or Vermont, a woman is having a baby.
If they're not talking about the Tulsa,
That
Oklahoma
is an
City,
enormous
the
day
Tulsa
for
bombings,
that woman, for
you
the
know,
dad.
it's
Pretty big day for the baby.
it's very
as well.
limited
But
anchors.
here's the story.
Trump was saying
and I want you to think about
in the
this, 'cause
last
this really gets to the
last
heart
video, his
of what
latest
family
video,
values are
he's
about.
talking about going
If
back only
that
20
woman and that
years.
family
He's
has
saying he's
sufficient
thinking the
income,
problems are
she
only
will be
about
able to
20
stay
years
home
old. We need to
for
stay in
weeks
this realm.
and months
So he's thinking there.
to
Bernie
love
Sanders
that new
is
baby,
speaking a
bond
little
with
bit
that
bigger,
baby,
trying to say that he's going
and
to be
that is maybe the most
fixing
important
problems that are
thing
maybe
that a
like
human
40 years
being
old.
can do.
But nobody is going to speak about the issues that are encompassing the entire suffocating of this planet and its people. They can clap all day for whatever
But-
he's talking about. He
and
can
here's
say,
the
but
but.
if he's not talking about
If that
the Native
woman
Americans,
in Vermont, in Oregon, does not have sufficient income, that woman will be forced to separate herself from
At
her
least.
newborn baby and go back to work in 5 days, 8
Anyway,
days.
that's
2
enough
weeks.
of this.